Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be making this delicious, crunchy, simple and easy homemade chin-chin. Guys, you always want to have a snack in your house, and this snack is a go-to snack for me because it's simple, it's easy, and I love to have it at home for my family and whenever I have guests and visitors. So let's get right into this video and how to make this. First of all, you're going to sieve the flour. I'm going to leave the quantity and everything in the screen, and then you're going to, into your flour, you're going to add your sugar and then the powder, the milk. You can use liquid milk if you want to. I'm using powdered milk. I'm going to add my nutmeg for spice, and I'm going to add my pinch of salt. I'm also going to add in baking powder. These are the ingredients I'm using, guys, nothing more. It's very simple. The next step is just to go on and mix these dry ingredients together, because you don't want some parts of your chin-chin to have milk, some other parts have more nutmeg, and there is no baking powder in another part of the chin-chin. So you just want to mix everything together and make sure they incorporate very well together. So that's what I'm doing now. You can use a spatula, you can use a spoon, whatever you have. The next thing is to add in your butter. Now, after adding your butter, you really need to be patient when mixing your flour and your butter together, because you want the butter to really cover or get into that flour. Like every part of the flour should have the butter. And mind you, before doing this, make sure you wash your hands, guys. You're not going to use your dirty hands to mix this, because we're using hands. If you have a mixer, perfect, but I love to use my hands because I want to feel it. I want to the texture I'm working with. So I'm just mixing now. You can see how scattered and ugly it's looking, but don't worry, I'm going to see what it's going to look like after it's mixed properly. So I'm just mixing the butter into the flour and the other dry ingredients to make sure that it's mixed properly, and the next clip you're going to see how it looks like. So now you can see it now has this crumbling texture. It's looking like milk in a way. So this is what you're going for. Make sure that everything is mixed properly. So now, guys, we're going to go into the wet ingredients. First, I'm going to add my egg. I have 2 eggs here, and then I'm going to add in my water, guys. While adding the water, we are going to add the water in gradually. Don't rush it. Because the recipe says 1 cup of water and you just start pouring in everything. No, you start adding the water bit by bit, like gradually, and you mix and mix. And as you're mixing and you're touching, you can see it coming together, because you want it to form a dough. You can see it coming together, and you know, okay, I need to add more water. I don't need more water. This is enough. So this is why you add it bit by bit. Don't pour in everything together. So that's what I'm doing right here. Just adding it bit by bit until it forms a dough. So guys, if you watched up to this point and you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for always coming back. So guys, you can see it's gradually forming that dough we want, but it's not there yet. So I just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. This process took me, let's say, 2 minutes. Depends on the quantity you're working with. So just took me 2 minutes, and you have to be patient, guys. You want to get the perfect dough, you want to get the perfect chin-chin. So just keep mixing. Like I said, if you have a mixer, it works faster for you. But these are the items and equipment you have at home that makes it easy for everyone. So yeah, I'm still mixing it, guys. As you can see, it's coming together beautifully and it's looking good. It's not there yet, but in a few seconds you're going to see what it looks like. The perfect soft dough. Okay, just keep watching. Guys, after 2 minutes, you can see what our dough is looking like. The bowl is literally clean. My hands are clean. That shows you that this is done. It's perfect. is good, as you can see on your screen. So yeah, this is what you want to see, not that sticky dough and ugly looking dough. Okay, so now to the next step, guys. Now it's time to roll the dough. Before we do that, we're going to clean our surface. First surface we're going to work with, cleaning it, and then we'll flour the surface so our dough doesn't stick when we start rolling. Okay, this step is very important. You can use flour or you can use vegetable oil, whatsoever you have at home, but it's very important, do not mix it. So now, guys, I'm just going to share this dough into 4 equal sizes, not for anything in particular, just to make it easy for me to work with. So it means I'm going to be rolling one part first, so it's easy for me to work with. So now this is, I got extra flour, because trust me, you need to work with your flour or your oil, because you don't want anything sticking. You want everything to be perfect and you want everything to be seamless. So I'm just stretching the dough a little bit, and then I'll add some flour to it, and then I just roll. Guys, it depends on you. Now at this point, you just roll to the thickness you want. How flat do you want your chin-chin to be? How thick do you want your chin-chin to be? So it depends on you and your preference. So I'm just rolling it to the size I want. As you can see, it's looking good. That's the thickness I want. But I'm just still going to roll it in front, so every part is equal. I don't have some thin sizes and some fat sizes. Okay, now it's time to cut, guys. Like I said, this recipe is a simple recipe in quantity, in the recipe, the things you need for the recipe and things you need to work with. So if you don't have a pizza cutter, you can use your knife. Just basic things you have at home. Okay, I'm just going to use my knife to cut 2 stripes like this. Make sure you are doing it properly. Like if you're like me and you want the shape to be perfect, you're going to take your time. But if you don't care about the shape, you can just cut it in whatever way you like. But I want my shape to be perfect. I want to have that cube-like shape, and I want them to be at least close to being equal if everything is not equal. Okay, so I'm just taking my time and I'm cutting it, and then after cutting it this way, I'm going to cut it the other way just to achieve that cube. Like I said, you need your flour, so we're working with our flour here, guys, so it doesn't stick. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut it in the opposite direction. Very simple, guys, very easy. Like I said, if you don't want to do it this way, you can cut it whatever shape you want. And there are cutters that are being sold in the markets, like for different shapes, different sizes. If you want to get animal cutters, for maybe you're making the ginger for your kids, or you want to get any kind of shape you want at all, triangle, rectangle, whatever shape you want, they sell it in the market. So if you don't want to do this regular chin-chin, regular shaped chin-chin, you can get those cutters and do what? Just have fun. Okay, and if you don't want to cut it this way, because I feel this is faster, you can just take one strip of the dough we cut earlier. If you don't want to do it this way, I'll show you very soon. So what I'm doing here is I'm just separating the one I've cut so they don't stick together. So that's what you'll be doing in between. Whenever you see anyone coming together, this is why you need your flour, guys. Just separate them. And like I said earlier, if you don't want to do what I did in cutting, just take a strip and then just cut it to the cube that you want. Okay, whatever works for you. But this is it, guys. So I'm just going to cut everything and I'll get back to the video. So this is it, guys. I'm done cutting and we've got 3 trays and I'm excited. So it's time to fry. Now, guys, when you're frying your chin-chin, you need a lot of oil. And then I'm using onion. It's optional, but since I started using it, I haven't looked back. So, guys, The next thing now is to start frying. You can see my onion sizzling, so I know my oil is ready. So I start adding my chin-chin. Oh, it's not chin-chin yet. I start adding it gradually to the oil. At this point, you look out for anyone that is joined together, so you just separate it. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to stir this together, make sure they are separated, and to make sure they fry evenly. Now, one thing about frying chin-chin, guys, is you have to stay close to it, because you have to always check on it, flip it, mix it, turn it. So it's not something you just keep frying and you just go to your room, or you just walk out, or you just stay away from it. No, you have to constantly check on it. Okay, and you also need to know that we are deep frying, guys, so you need a lot of oil. I didn't want to use so much oil, so I used a smaller pot, but it's deep, so I'm just going to fry for a longer time, but I'm using lesser oil. Okay, but if you have enough oil, you can use a bigger pot and you just fry everything at once. So this is what I'm going for. It's golden brown and it's perfect for me. So I'm taking it out of the oil now, guys, because it's still going to cook when you take it out. It's still going to cook for like 60 seconds more. So you don't have to let it fry until it's so brown and dark, because it's still going to cook when you take it out. So this color is perfect for me. So I'm just taking it out and I'm going to go ahead and fry the rest. We have a long way to go, because like I said earlier, I'm not using so much oil, so I have to fry batch by batch. But if you have enough oil, you want to use enough oil, you just get a bigger pot and fill it up with oil, and then you can just fry maybe once or twice and you're done. So guys, if you're still yet subscribed to the channel and you've watched up to this point, please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you're enjoying it. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you. So this is me just checking on it, turning it, flipping it, and guys, our chin-chin is ready. Look at it, perfect, crunchy, the color, everything. And you know, after you're done frying your chin-chin, it's going to be soft. When it cools down, you will see that it now becomes crunchy and just that perfect chin-chin you're looking for. And I just poured it into my container I have at home. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.